Hi student, welcome to short video lectures on unit 5, that is multivibrator and time based generators. So in this video we will be discussing what is multivibrator, what is the state and types of states, and based on these states how to divide these multivibrators, the types of multivibrators. And next topic can be block diagrams of three multivibrators. So first, what is the definition of multivibrator? So I get it from dictionary, Oxford Dictionary. A device consisting of two amplifying transistors or valves, each with its output connected to the input of the other, which produces an oscillatory signal. So I suggest whenever you come across any new word in electronic circuits or whatever technical term, you try to first search that word in normal dictionary, so that you will get general idea. So from this definition we can get some general idea, that is, this circuit is having two transistors and those transistors are connected in a cross coupled fashion, that is, one of the output is connected to the input of the other, okay, vice versa. And this definition is saying that it is which produces an oscillatory signal, so that means it is generating some periodic signal. Okay, so this is general definition from dictionary. So now we will get into this technical definition. Multivibrator, you can divide this name into two parts: multi plus vibrator, where multi means many, vibrator means oscillator. So you already know what is oscillator. So now I can define this circuit as a multivibrator is an electronic circuit which can oscillate at a number of frequencies. So here you have to use a common stem. While you are studying electronic circuits, whenever you come across any definition of any circuit, you have to use this common stem. A multivibrator is an electronic circuit which can. So then you have to describe its operation. An amplifier is an electronic circuit which can, and filter is an electronic circuit which can, like that. So you have to use a standard definition form so that you will get a proper idea. So a multivibrator is an electronic circuit which can oscillate at a number of frequencies, and a multivibrator is an electronic circuit used to implement a variety of simple two-state systems such as relaxation oscillators, timers and flip-flops. So I can say these are the applications of multivibrators. These multivibrators can be used as relaxation oscillators, timers and flip-flops. We will be seeing how these multivibrators can be used as relaxation oscillators, timers and flip-flops when we study the individual the classification of multivibrators. So now let us understand the definition. A multivibrator is an electronic circuit which can oscillate at a number of frequencies. So from this statement you can understand that this circuit is going to generate some signal, that is what oscillations, and at a number of frequencies. That means those whatever the output, whatever the oscillations, those oscillations can have different time period, different frequency based on the circuit design. So that means it is generating a periodic signal. See, when we have this frequency term, that the signal has to be a periodic signal, then only you can define this frequency. So you already studied signals and systems, so you already gone through these properties of signals. Okay, so generally frequency is the property of any periodic signal. So from this statement I can understand this circuit is generating some oscillations, some signals, and those signals are periodic signals. Next, so now the question is whether it is generating a sinusoidal signal or triangular signal or rectangular signal or sawtooth or any other periodic signals. The answer is it is a rectangular wave. The output of multivibrator is rectangular wave. So don't confuse. Okay, so as of now we are considering theory only. While we progress the lectures, you will come to know why it is rectangular. Okay, so now when I say it is rectangular, so this is the form of the output. Okay, so rectangular wave, you already know, you already studied in signals and systems. The rectangular wave look like this. Okay, so it is with respect to time, amplitude. Okay, So with respect to time, the rectangular wave, either it will have a low level or a high level with different on time and off time, or different pulse widths. Okay. So next, what is state? So what is state means, so you have to think in keeping in mind that we are going to define the state in terms of some electronic circuits. So it gives the working status of the circuit. So that means every electronic circuit consisting of semiconductor device like diodes or transistors. So any circuit you consider, obviously that must consisting of these diodes and transistors. So whenever the circuit is having these diodes and transistors, obviously you are biasing those diodes and transistors in such a way that either those semiconductor device will work in one of the operation region. As per let us consider diode will have forward bias and reverse bias. That means it might be in on condition and it might be in off condition in any electronic circuits. Similarly for transistors also, transistors we are having three operational regions. Those are active region, saturation region and cutoff region. So that means whenever a circuit is there, in that circuit you must have some semiconductor device. Of course some circuits may not have these active components, most of the electronic circuits. Okay, so with respect to time, any electronic circuit will bias these semiconductors to different operation regions according to its circuit diagram. Okay, so now, so the status of semiconductor device in the circuit defines the state of that circuit. So in order to understand, let us consider one example. If one electronic circuit consisting of two diodes, so we least bother about how that circuit look like. You generally consider one circuit is there, in that circuit you have two diodes. So then what is the status of those diodes? Could be diode 1 forward bias on, diode 2 might be reverse bias off, or diode 1 is off, diode 2 is off. So likewise you will be having four conditions. So these four conditions, or these four working status of diodes will give the state. So that means with respect to time, at any instant if I ask what is the state of that particular circuit, means you have to generally you can say the diode 1 is on and diode 2 is off. Because of those conditions the output might be something. Based on that output you can name the state also. Okay, so now types of the states. So you are having two states, those are stable state and other one is quasi stable state. Stable state is nothing but it is a steady state of the circuit which doesn't change with respect to time. So like previous example, you consider any electronic circuit which is having diodes, transistors, some kind of other passive elements also. So now at any, after giving power supply, at any instant if you consider that circuit, it will be generating some kind of output based on its operation. And next, at that instant whatever the active devices are there inside the circuit, those active devices might be in one of the operation region. And if they are maintaining the same operation region with respect to time, that means as time progressing, if the circuit is maintaining the same condition, or if those active devices are maintaining the same operation region, that means the state is not changing, the circuit of the state is not changing. So then you can call that particular state as a stable state. Okay, so next one is quasi stable state. So quasi stable state is like semi stable state. That means it is a temporary stable state. So coming to multivibrators, so multivibrators are having only two states. So please recollect the definition, general definition from Oxford. From that definition we understood that this multivibrator are having two transistors. When I say you are having two transistors, then these two transistors means each transistor might operate in three operation regions: active region, saturation region, cutoff region. So that means you will be getting not 2, more than 2. Okay, obviously more than 4. But here you have to remember one point, that is the multivibrator is generating only it is generating a rectangular. That means it is generating either a low value, a low level, or a high level. So that means it is not amplifying, it is generating only 2 levels. So if you want to generate 2 levels with the help of transistor, that transistor must operate in either in saturation or in cutoff region. So that from this understanding you can eliminate the active region. Of course, when you move from this saturation to cutoff or cutoff to saturation, you must cross this active region. Okay, but the transistor cannot be in active region, so it will not maintain that active region. Either it will be in saturation or either it will be in cutoff region, but considering to this multivibrator. So that is first point. So that means the possible operation regions for transistors are either saturation or cutoff. Okay, so that means either on, either off. So now you are having 2 transistors, so that you will be having 4 cases. So those are state 1 is T1 on and T2 off, or T1 off, T2 on, and T1 off, T2 off, T1 on, T2 on. But here state 3 and state 4 are not possible in multivibrator. Again, go back to this normal definition. So in that definition we understood that those 2 transistors are cross coupled. When I say cross coupled means one of the output is given back to the input of the other transistors, so vice versa. So that means if one transistor is on, obviously other transistor will be in on. If one is on, other will be in off. So vice versa. If one is like off, other will be on. So always you will be having either on off condition or off on condition. You never come across off and on except in the transition time. Okay, during the transition time you may have this off and on, but that is very little, and that is during only transition only. Okay, so this is the second clarity. So that means the multivibrator is having only 2 states. Those are one is on off and off on. So we will be seeing this with the help of circuit diagram, but from the definition I am explaining this. So now so the state 3 and state 4 are not valid. So example, like I said, example, state 1 is said to be stable if the circuit maintains the transistor 1 on and transistor 2 off with respect to time. So that means as time progressing it is maintaining same state. That means T1 is on and T2 is off. Okay, and you have to keep remember one point here. Keep in mind that we are not giving any external triggering. External triggering is nothing but some kind of external disturbance, okay, to change the state. So that is nothing but external triggering. So here we are not giving any external triggering. So when you are not giving any external triggering, if that circuit is maintaining the same state as time progressing, then you can call it that state as a stable state. So that state might be state 1 or state 2. Okay, T1 on, T2 off. Then with respect to time, when you are not providing any external, when you are not giving any external triggering, if the circuit still maintaining as T1 on and T2 off, then that state 1 we can call it as a stable state. Similarly, state 2, if state 2 is also maintaining the same situation, then you can call the state 2 is also stable state. So now you have to understand that the multivibrator is having 2 states, state 1 and state 2. These 2 states might be stable states, both will be stable states, both can be stable states, or both can be quasi stable state, or one will be stable state and one will be quasi stable state. So based on this combination you are going to classify the multivibrators. Okay, and here let us describe this quasi stable state. It is a temporary stable state, so that means it is also stable state but for a particular time. Okay, so let us explain. If you are having one circuit, it is generating some output, some 5 volts or 2 volts. Okay, obviously this multivibrator means it has to generate only two levels, either it is 0 or some positive voltage. So it is generating some positive voltage, 5 volts or 3 volts, let us consider. So the time is progressing. Let us say now we started t equal to 0, then t equal to 1 second or 1 millisecond. Consider 1 millisecond, it is still maintaining positive, that plus 5. Next 2 seconds, again it is maintaining plus 5. After 3 millisecond, it will come to the other state, I mean other level, that is 0. So now you got the idea. So it is maintaining that stable state for a particular time. After completion of that particular time, it is changing its state. Then whatever the present state where we discussed this circuit operation, that state will be quasi stable state, because that state, the circuit is not maintaining that particular state for I can say for every time. Okay, it is changing that state after a particular time. So that is, it is a temporary stable state, quasi stable state. So next, types of multivibrators. So multivibrators are classified according to the number of steady states of the circuit. So our consideration is how many stable states are there in that particular multivibrator. Based on that count, we are going to define the multivibrator, or we are going to describe the, I mean we are going to give the name for multivibrator. Okay, sorry. So this table will give the clear picture of classification of multivibrators. So 3 columns are there. First column multivibrator type, second column is number of stable state, third column is quasi states, number of quasi stable states. So the first one is, so don't look at this first column. If number of stable states are 0, and if number of stable states are 0, obviously the number of quasi stable states must be 2. They have to be 2. Okay, if these if you are having 0 stable state, means you are having 0 quasi stable states. When you have 0 stable states, that means no state is stable state, then you can call it as a stable multivibrator. No stable state is there. Next one is, if you are having one stable state, obviously the other state must be quasi state. So we discussed it. Okay, I think you are in the flow. State 1 and state 2. So out of those state 1 and state 2, if both are quasi states, then you can call it as a stable, because none of the states is stable state. We are calling unstable. Similarly, if you are having only one stable state, that is monostable state. If you are having two stable state, then you have to call it as a bistable. Okay, I think you got a clear idea. So next, so now state transitions. So here we will be discussing little bit triggering, when we how many triggerings are required. Okay, so to get clear idea about this state transition. So what is state transitions? As I said, every circuit will have state, 1 state or 2 state or 3 state or 4 state. Particularly multivibrator is having only 2 state, so you can call it as a 2 state device, 2 state circuit also. So always keep in mind that 2 state circuits or 2 state devices are used in digital circuits, because digital circuits will work on binary, that means you require 2 states. Okay, so now state transitions. So multivibrator is having 2 states. If you are in one state, how this state will will change to other state. That is what state transition. In unstable multivibrator, both the states are quasi stable states. So whatever the state 1 and state 2, both are quasi states. That means the circuit will not be in state 1 for permanently. After particular time, it will come back to state 2, and state 2 is also quasi stable state. So that means the circuit will not maintain the state 2 permanently, after predetermined time or predefined time, again it will go back to state 1. State 1 is also not quasi stable, is also quasi stable state. Again it will come to state 2. Here both the states, state 1 and state 2, are quasi stable states. That is the reason you need not to give any external triggering to make state transitions. Okay. Similarly, monostable multivibrator, one state is quasi stable state, one state is stable state. So let us say we started with stable state. So that means you are in stable state. Okay. Until and unless if you are not giving any external triggering, it will not move to the other state, which is quasi stable state. So you need one triggering. If you are giving one triggering, this state will change from stable to quasi. Obviously, when it enters to quasi, after predetermined time, again it will come back to the stable state. Again, if you want to have the state transition, you need to give triggering. So that means you need only one triggering. So next one is bistable. Obviously, bistable is having both the states as stable state. Okay, they won't change the state until and unless you give external triggering. That means if you are in state 1 and it is a stable state, if you want to change the state to state 2, you need to give external triggering. Again, if you want to change to state 1 from state 2, again you need to give external triggering, because these both state 1 and state 2 are stable states in bistable. So keep in mind that stable state means whatever the circuit status, working status, or whatever the output, that will not change. If you give some external triggering, if you disturb the circuit, then only it will change the state. That is stable. Quasi stable state, you need not to disturb the circuit, you wait for some time, obviously it will change to other state. If the changed state is also a quasi stable state, again you need not to do anything, again it will come back to the first state. Okay, so this is our end, we come to end. So next topic is block diagrams of 3 multivibrators. So this will be the day 2 lecture. We will be seeing that block diagrams of multivibrators, where you will get actual idea how these 2 transistors are cross coupled. Okay, everything we will be seeing in next video. So in order to assess yourself, download the app Quizzes. Okay, you can type that QUIZIZZ and join a self-assessment quiz on this day 1 with the code 884785.